up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning.
Alright everybody, so last week we had a car in here from Moorhead called the Perp. We did some suspension settings on it and stuff, and was messing with nitrous on it and whatnot. But we got this one back in here, and gonna get ready for some no prep deals that's coming up at the end of the month. So I was gonna talk about for a second. It has like a really short, heavy front spring on it and single adjustables. So when the car leaves and the front end tries to come up, it just falls right back down. The front coilovers don't have much travel. It's kind of stiff in the front, so we're gonna put a lot longer, lighter spring on it. And then the coilovers are single adjustables, so that's not ideal, but we're gonna put a longer, lighter spring on it to try to let it move a little faster and give it a little bit more travel. And then I'm gonna tighten the shock up some, see if that helps it. Maybe change the bar angle a little on it. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we gotta do that and wire up a nitrous controller and change brakes, mount a different radiator in it. Gets way too hot too fast right now, so that's what we're working on at the moment. See if we can't get it ready by next weekend. Like I said, they have a Black Friday race and then another race Saturday after that one. So also a little bit of progress on this one. We got a lot of stuff cut out. Still got a lot more to cut out. And put back. I was gonna try to save that cage, but I think we decided that we're just gonna cut the cage out of it, cut all the floor pans out of it, start from scratch. So that's where we're at with it. After I get this other car done, we'll get back on it pretty hard, so that's how that's coming. So basically right now it has a short, fairly stiff spring on the front of it. And don't have much travel in the front coilovers. So, like I said, they had it on a fairly slick surface a couple weeks ago. And in the videos you can tell is when the front of it comes up, as soon as it tops the coilover out, it just jerks the front end right back down just as fast as it come up. And what it did, it started to smoke the tires. So, like I said, we're going to try the lighter spring trick and tighten the shocks up a little bit because they're just single adjustables. So, ain't a whole lot we can do with them. But that, and like I said, maybe we can change bar angles around a little bit. It's pretty good the way it is, but it might be trying to separate a little too much. You don't really want it to squat or separate a whole lot. There's a fine line there to what you need it to do. So I have a little example, like if this was your lower control arm in the back, when it's flat and the tire starts to move, it pushes forward on that like so. When you got it running uphill and the tire starts to move and the bar comes down, it actually pushes the tire into the track. But you don't want too much of that with a slick, because you don't want to crush the sidewall on a slick too hard. But then if you have your bar the other way, running downhill, once the tire starts to rotate and the bar moves, it pushes the tire up into the quarter, actually away from the track. So different cars like different things, but there's a fine line on what you can do, you know. Like if you have a car that wheelies per se, then you can have more of an angle like that, which actually pushes the body of the car up and the nose of it over. Too much this way, when it starts to hook and comes around, it pushes the front of the car up and makes it wheelie. So it's kind of like pushing on something. Push too high, wants to fall. Have to push up here, wants to fall over. Push down here, wants to fall back towards you. You push in the middle. So, like I said, you can do a lot with bar angles. Really controlling the rate of what a shock moves with the spring. Like I said, a short, stiff spring will pretty much lock the front end up. You don't need no limiters or nothing like that. You can pretty well get it to not move at all with a stiff enough, short enough spring on the front of it. And then tighten the shocks up a little bit. And then change the bar angles in the back. That'll help a lot. You can really accomplish a lot with just moving bars around a little bit. And then, like I said, changing the rate of what a shock will travel or move, how fast it'll move, by changing spring rates. It's kind of a lot cheaper way to do it. Springs are a lot cheaper than getting new coilovers valved. So, just a thought to try if you're messing with a no prep car.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus. The bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment. The moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash. Bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane. Living